So here we go, it is main event time here in Spain at the inaugural, the first ever Vida Fight Championships. And this is a legitimate main event we have in front of us. Crazy Frank Munoz takes on the golden boy, David Er Ramy. And listen to the response from Frank Munoz from Barcelona, but also by way of Amsterdam, where he trains over there at Cop's Gym. High-level K1 fighter, a gloried career in that, multiple world titles, 82 bouts in all, 31 wins by knockout, but now stepping into MMA, and this says a lot, doesn't it? 36 years old, 6'4", and cuts down to middleweight, cuts down to 84 kilograms. That shows that he still wants to do all he can to perform at his best, to really, he's not going in there without covering every single base and really putting his whole self into it.
Yeah, he's been the champion in different disciplines now, and I believe like he may feel the time is right now to move into MMA. He's seen the boom of what he's done and make a quick statement here in Spain. Let's say he trains in Cop's Gym with some high level strikers there, so I'm really looking forward to see what skills he has tonight.
He's fought a heavyweight, light heavyweight, and middleweight as a kickboxer. He actually helped Luke Barnett prepare for Scott Asker, and he also went over to train with DC to prepare for John Jones. You can see physically why DC would have brought him in. And listen to the response, the crowd on their feet here for this man, the golden boy, David Er Ramy. Getting set to make his walk and enter the cage. David Ramy, also from that kickboxing background, used to fight at heavyweight. Up to a year ago, he was over 120 kilos. And MMA has really changed his life in a number of ways. One being the fitness, the diet, the amount of weight he has lost to now fight at middleweight at 84 kilograms. But one thing you know about this man, he comes with a bulletproof mindset. He is not scared of any man. And he is, at the face-offs yesterday, looked Frank Munoz dead in the eyes, and that gave me tingles just thinking about how this fight could play out.
I was watching him backstage while I was getting one of my fighters ready, him hitting pads. He has a lot of power in those hands as well, so these two being phenomenal strikers. Let's just hope it stays there. We get to see this play out, but it could be a case to see who's developed more in other areas, because it may not be okay. We're both good strikers, but I still believe that I may be a better grappler than you.
So we'll find out. Speaking of grappling, David Ramy has made the walk in his Lilius Barnett gi with his white belt there. Now shedding those layers before he makes the entrance, and you'll see Luke Barnett in the corner. And as I said, David Ramy helped Luke Barnett prepare for one of his fights. So Luke Barnett knows what he's like to train with, to spar against. So what better sparring partner for David Ramy to have than Luke Barnett to mimic the style, the movement of Frank Munoz.
Like I mentioned a few times tonight already, but the size of this octagon, is it octagon or is
cage?
Cage.
Yeah.
Size of this cage could really play a factor in this, because I believe that obviously Munoz has a big height and reach advantage, and Ramy is going to need to go on the inside and try and make this a bit dirty for big powerful shots.
Here we go.
Okay guys, we're aware of the rules. We're opening fight. Just come down, mark your corners, come out fight.
So we are set for up. Our main event of the evening is upon us. We have the golden boy David Ramy in the red corner. The black and white bad boy Valetudo shorts taking on crazy Frank Munoz in the red and black board shorts blue corner. Oh, look at that long kicks, and like you said, it's up to the golden boy David Ramy to close that distance.
Yeah, I like he's got nice high shoulders, nice tight guard, head movement. He needs to get inside and throw those hooks.
They go up against the cage now. This is both two people with a good K1 background. This is an MMA fight. And now Frank Munoz pressuring up against the cage.
You saw the stare down Ramy had, the real intense. So look, you can imagine him being one of those like intense and aggressive fighters. When you see the maybe here with a breakaway, some frustration and some bombs to be thrown.
And we saw some of the power on display. Didn't connect. The big left hand came over the top. Almost clipped the jaw of Frank Munoz. Munoz now being reversed up against the cage. Whoa, look at that. Now Frank with his back on the cage. Er Ramy trying to make some space.
Yeah, he tried to use that then, tried to break free. But Frank wanted to stay engaged.
That's solid head pressure coming in from Ramy.
Maybe trying to soften him up a little bit here now with some knees and little punches until he can find a way to maybe break clear, get back in the center of this cage.
The size difference is unreal between these two.
I don't know about a strength factor because Ramy does look like pretty strong here, holding Frank up against the cage.
Oh, and now as they break, there's the bombs you thought were going to be thrown. They were launched. Oh, a nice high kick there from Munoz.
Oh, a great body shot then by Ramy.
I think there's a distinct game plan between the two. You can see Ramy looks to want to stand and bang, whereas Munoz is the one that twice now has closed that distance. Again, more head pressure.
This is a very grueling position, like especially for two where you say the dominant strikers are not used to this. So when they come out into the open, sometimes there's going to be a lot of lactic acid built up in their arms and don't have the fluidity that they're probably used to when they're striking.
Oh, that's a lovely reverse. It was actually Munoz that looked for the trip. And on the way down, the reverse of the switch there from Ramy, now in top position. Oh.
Munoz doing the right thing, getting his back to the cage, trying to get out Ramy though. Doing a very good job of
these are heavy shots. Munoz did very well to cover up there. Back to his feet. Those heavy shots coming in, but Munoz avoided them connecting cleanly. And now they break. Watch for that high kick again from Munoz. Gone low this time. Ramy with that Mike Tyson style walk forward.
He does. He has very high shoulders. And
that body kick connected though. That right hand thrown with thunder.
Took it in, big left hook.
Oh, stepping elbow as well there.
Just see that he likes to throw really hard.
And again, the pressure coming from Ramy. Munoz step those knees. Wow. Something special about the way high-level kickboxers can throw those knees from such distance.
Such a piercing knee as well,
Yeah.
with the foot down. You get that right in your rib cage. You definitely know about it.
And you see there in the corner, Sept Lilius as well as Luke Barnett.
You just heard that little shot on the inside. You didn't see
that elbow as
such
well.
a small distance, get so much power. Great elbow there.
Elbow over the top. Now the pressure is coming. Ramy. Oh, he's still wobbly. Munoz is wobbly. Oh! Spinning elbow. Munoz catches him. That was exquisite.
That really just changed the pattern of that end of that round there. You saw Ramy, Lee was on close to finishing that fight, but out of
as
nowhere.
he stepped in with that overhand right, Frank Munoz, despite being rocked, turned a backward spinning elbow.
Landed flush, dropped Ramy to the canvas.
There we go. And we just got a little taste of some of the water there from.
Make sure you don't want to get a broken laptop here, Bryan.
Listen, at least it's not blood, eh? Just water. I need a shower anyway. So what an end to that round. What an end to that round.
Both the guys were hurt.
And now they're going to have to both dig deep.
Yeah.
It's maybe about recovery now. Who can come back from being rocked? That big elbow that came up the inside and caught Ramy just as he was throwing that big heavy right, thinking he had Munoz hurt on the back foot.
We just see the high level striking by these two.
The little
It's
strikes
impressive,
within the clinch, that short elbows that made such a connection. Jay Furnace just mopping down the cage. Maybe he could give us a mop down afterwards as well. And now we are set. Let's do this. Round number 2. David Ramy in the red corner. Frank Munoz in the blue. Me, Bryan Lacey, alongside Brad Pickett, calling this main event here at Vida Fight Championships.
Ramy's probably been a little bit more aware now.
Oh, nice teep there. Those are very John Jones-esque. And now let's see if Ramy looks to launch one of those haymakers. Oh, they both step in with hard elbows. And again, oh, that's wobbles Munoz. And now Ramy looking for the clinch.
Maybe try to go round to the back. He is. Right in front of his corner as well, getting instruction. Trying to sag down on the hip.
Oh, nice knees there. Another one. Just listen to the sound of those.
That was right on the butt as well.
Oh, and just as he went for the takedown, now Munoz in that top position.
Yeah, he tried to get overzealous and went for a big throw and got caught off balance. Maybe he slipped a little bit in the corner, but now he's landed in a worse position. But he has the underhook if he knows what that is, and he can just use that underhook to get turn around to his feet. But this, like I say, you don't know who's developed. He is a white belt in jiu-jitsu. This is very green, very new to him in these areas.
Oh, look at that, as you said it, but look at that explosion, that switch to the back, and now they stand again.
Well, now he was a white belt, up here he's a black belt.
Let's see if we have any more of those short shots, those elbows, those little uppercuts inside from Ramy.
Yeah, he does a very good job of creating a little bit of space, a little bit of distance, just to land those elbows. A little bit of dirty boxing inside, a good job making his head very uncomfortable, pressing underneath the chin of Frank Munoz.
Now the referee may separate them shortly if not much action happens here, and you can see that grip that Munoz has on the wrist. Frank was, the golden boy, David Ramy was struggling to break that. But again, let's talk about the explosion. You said whether he understands what the underhook was. What a great escape that was. To use that makes. But once again he goes for the trip, and this time Munoz on top, dropping hammer fists. Oh, they dropped each other again. Now Munoz on the back foot against the fence.
I actually think both of them was a little slip. It was a slip by Ramy trying to go yet again for a takedown, which I'm not too sure he was doing, and slipped down, fell down.
Yep.
Frank came in, threw some crazy punches, and then as Ramy got back up, I may be wrong, but
I think you might be right. Actually, if you look back,
I think that Frank Munoz slipped, and then obviously that forced Ramy to come forward and be aggressive, throw some punches. But now we're back up against this cage.
Back against the cage, clock ticking down in the second round, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. This main event here. Now they're swinging once again. Ramy, such power. He just needs a little bit more space though. Frank Munoz.
He definitely doesn't need as much space as Frank. Frank needs to create a lot more space with those limbs.
Oh, they now once again tussle round the cage. And this is not just going to be a test of their skills as mixed martial artists, but cardio-wise, what a grueling battle this is, and to have to recover from both being hurt at one point.
To be honest, I've been watching this fight. I haven't really been thinking. I've just been enjoying the whole spectacle rather than thinking about who's winning or losing this fight. It's actually a very evenly contest fight.
And let's just give praise to the matchmaking once more on this Feeder Fight Championships. What a main event this is to have as your first fight, your first main event for your first event. Something special this. The arms are still tied up. Oh, and now they break. Space is given.
Deep breaths taken.
Oh, spinning. Oh, the right hand as Munoz threw the spinning elbow. The right hand came down from David Ramy, but Munoz took it well. Now the just as the last seconds came.
I would have thought that would have been an injustice if he won by guillotine. After all those barrage elbows, you see that he learned from the first. He kind of sensed that Frank Munoz was trying to set up a spinning attack, and he done the right thing. He moved round to the side for a thunderous overhand right, landed flush, sent Frank Munoz to the canvas, you know. And again, I think time saved Frank there.
Such an impressive end to that round. One where it was becoming a little bit of a stalemate on the cage. They were trying to grapple with each other when space was made. Ramy was certainly trying to throw some big shots. I'm really impressed just with both of these fighters though. What heart, what will, what a show they are putting on tonight.
Like you say, you can see the high level of striking these both guys have. I mean, just the creativity, the thought process, not just throwing things, they're trying to set things up, getting reads on each other, and you saw him learn collecting data from the first round.
Yeah.
You saw him ready for him to throw that spinning back elbow, and this time he didn't land, and he landed his own.
So now we move into the third and final round here.
Who would have thought we'd get here after those first 2 rounds?
But we are going to be treated potentially to another 5 minutes. And it has been an absolute treat. What respect between the two there. Cage door is shut. We are set, we are ready. Ramy in the red corner, Munoz in the blue. Back and forth this fight has gone. The end of the second round though. Ramy connecting with a heavy right hand after avoiding another spinning attack. Ooh.
They're getting a little bit slippy in places, I believe, on their feet. That's one thing, and this makes it a bit tricky, but when you're throwing a teep, you hit the body and your sole of your foot gets wet, and then you step back. And I've seen it numerous times in the changing room, trading room as well, where you step back and you just slip. because both of these guys are sweating quite a bit.
Certainly are. They have put on a show and they've worked hard so far in the first 10 minutes now. Going to the final 4 minutes of this battle.
Frank Munoz doing a better job of trying to control his distance. Keep it on the outside, trying to keep out the range of these bombs by Ramy. But a few times, I'm really impressed with the way Ramy goes upstairs and downstairs as well.
It just feels to me like Ramy has a bit more momentum in this, maybe a bit more gas in the tank. Oh, and the double right hand comes over the top.
So Frank has a dangerous lead at high kick, but Ramy's guard is so high. It protects him very well, with his shoulders.
Oh, and then he's stepping in. He's still got such pop in his shots as well. Oh, another heavy shot comes in. A body kick there from Munoz. Oh, that left hand came. It found a home. Munoz is wobbly.
Yeah, I'd like to see Ramy break away. I don't think Frank is fully recovered from that. That left hook landed really well. You saw him take a step back.
I'm not sure.
Then the old chicken dance.
Yeah, I'm not sure him or the corner know quite how badly that hurt Munoz. Because you would look for him to separate, right?
Or does he think he's done enough to win this fight and he's up in the scorecards? But that's always risky. We see him throughout. You don't want to never leave in the judges' hands.
From what I understand from Ramy, he's not one that looks for just a points win. He'll be looking for the finish right to that last second.
He's got a kind of high crotch position here. Hard to go for a lift, was Frank's doing a good job of disputing his weight.
Leg position once again, burying into the chin, under the chin there of Munoz.
Trying to get those hands locked. Has he got his hand locked? No. Good bit of defense here by.
This is interesting because he was starting to have some real success on the feet. He'd struggled to break through, finally got through with that left hand that found a home. Now he's in this clinch, those old school foot stomps going in.
Like he said, maybe he didn't realise how hurt he was it? Oh.
And as soon as they separate, even if it's just a small gap, you wonder what's coming. Oh, Munoz looks to have recovered well. Oh, that uppercut just misses as Munoz ducks down, looking for the clinch himself to take down. Nice reversal from Ramy, the golden boy, turning it around against the cage once more. Comentary Lilius trying to guide Ramy through this. Clock is ticking though, not much time left in this fight. Oh, he went for a spinning elbow of his own. Now they're throwing big shots. Oh. In the corner of Munoz just calling for kicks. They want him to keep hitting those long limbs out. There's one. Oh. Nice combination from Ramy, but not quite connecting.
Yeah, you can definitely see fatigue playing a factor of both these guys, but I do believe Ramy looks like the fresher of the two, pressing forward.
Oh, nearly.
I don't think Frank realised how close that was.
Another inside-outside leg kick, final seconds of this fight. And golden boy Ramy holds his hands up. He thinks he's done enough. What a fight there. What a statement that will be if he can take that win. Really enjoyable battle between these two, back and forth. What a first round they gave us, almost ending with both on the mat. The spinning elbow there that catches Ramy after Ramy had hurt Munoz. Munoz then in the second round through the spinning elbow again. The right hand of Ramy connected, dropped him, but couldn't quite cinch up that guillotine before the clock ran out. And then finally this round, third and final round, the left hand of Ramy connected. A lot of clinch work once again.
You always wonder when you get these, when you do the matchmaking and you have these two high-level strikers, that you get a subpar grappling match. I was really impressed that we didn't get that. The fans didn't get that, and it was a fantastic main event here.
And here we go. Ramy waiting for his Lilius Barnett gi, wearing that with pride. Still a student of the game, still learning. And there we have it, David Ramy by unanimous decision. I'd have to say I agree with that.
I do like to say it was a very, very good fight. Both fighters had their moments, but I do believe that was a great result.
And what a fight. Even Brendan Loughnane just popped up on our shoulders to say what a fight that was. What an event this has been as well. The first ever Vida Fight Championships is done and dusted. Luke Barnett is nodding his head yes. So, what an event that has been. What a pleasure, what an honour it has been to be part of the first one. And there we have a few words there from the golden boy, David Ramy. So, it is all done and dusted. Sum it up for me, Mr. Pickett. As far as the first event goes, Luke Barnett and the whole team that have been part of it, I've got to be proud of it. And Lilius Barnett go undefeated in this first one.
I've been impressed with from the start, from the organisation to the matchmaking to the fights and the fighters themselves, their professionalism, especially from being their first event.
And I've got to say, there's only one complaint on my side, and I'm going to be absolutely honest, you know. I don't like to be negative, especially on such a positive night, but the weather, mate. 10 months it's not rained, and we arrive and it rains for 2 days.
It was pretty crazy.
But the weather,
that wasn't just rain either.
But what an event this has been. Congratulations to all concerned. Fantastic fights, fantastic night. I've been Bryan Lacey, that's Brad Pickett. Join us again for the Vida Fight Championships next time.